Alright guys, so for this trick we can give the cards a little bit of a mix, and I'm going to invite the spectator to pull out a small chunk of cards from the center of the deck. Somewhere between like 10 to 15 would be fine. It doesn't matter exactly how many we have, but that should be perfectly fine. So I'll give them this packet to shuffle as much as they want, and then I'll tell them to start dropping cards on the table until they just have one left in their hand. So they can do this until they have one, and then I'll tell them to look at it. I promise guys, I'm not looking at this card. This is exactly what the real trick would look like. The spectator would only be able to see this card. So now I'll give them their own little pile of cards here. They can take their card, lose it in the middle, shuffle it just like this, completely burying that card in the center, give them some more cards, just, you know, continue shuffling, dropping the cards into the deck just like this, completely burying it in the middle. And now we can also cut the cards as many times as the spectator wants. So at this point, you can agree there's absolutely no way that I could be able to look through the deck and just know what your card is. However, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to go through the cards right here to myself, and I do think that I will be able to do this in a very short amount of time. Just give me 1 second. I do think that your card was right here. I believe this is your card, the 5 of spades. So for this trick, there's a little bit of preparation before you go up to your spectator. All you're going to want to do is remove any suit from the deck. I chose all the spades, and you can shuffle them. It doesn't matter what order they're in, but just take these and place them on the bottom of the deck and hold a pinky break right above them. So now you can shuffle any amount of cards that are above the suit. Just make sure you're holding your break at the end of the day. But now at this point, you're going to spread through the middle and just invite the spectator to pull out a chunk of cards. Around 10 to 15 would be great. So they're going to do this, and then you're still holding your break over here. So now you're going to flip these cards over and spread them out right to left, just like this, showing all the cards. And you just do this very briefly, because now you're going to hold your hand down here as you square up the cards. You're going to place these cards on top of the pile, and now you're actually going to pick up all the cards from the break and just set them on the table. So to make it more convincing, you're going to square up the cards on top and then lift up your hand and then place the packet down. And this will actually give the illusion that this is the same exact pile that you were just holding. However, this is now going to be all of the spades. So now you hand these to the spectator. They can shuffle them and then choose any one that they want. They'll be left with one spade in their hand, and the rest of the spades will be on the table. So now you will take the rest of the deck and you will drop a bunch of cards on top of these spades, and then you'll give the spectator a small pile of cards for them to lose their card in the middle, and now they can drop the cards on top of here and drop these on top of here. And now you can cut the cards, and as you can see, basically that one spade is now separated from the rest of the spades. So all you have to do when you look through the deck is find the big chunk of spades. So starting here at the 2 of spades, this is where the big chunk of spades is. Just find this big block, and now you're going to keep spreading until you find the 1 spade that is isolated from the rest. And as you can see clearly, that 8 of spades is the only one that is isolated from the rest, so this has to be their card. They are allowed to examine the deck, but if you want to, you can give the cards a little bit of a shuffle so that now the spades will be completely dispersed throughout the deck.